Good. This doesn't know whether the case Steinberg evidence indicates that the bioterrorism is uniquely more dangerous than nuclear war acts evidence compared to this question indicates cause extinction hegemony towards conflict and prevents the countries from China from trying to catch up to us intrinsic to this debate. Argument was made, logical opportunity cost in the 2AC. If you didn't flow this argument, I'm probably screwed, but we're both sure the argument was made. The 1AR probably wouldn't have banked the debate in an argument that did not exist, in the 2AC. Punish them for not flowing carefully and for going for this argument, anyway. A logical decision maker would not weigh a cost that's not a direct opportunity cost to him that he could solve. This is the 2AC and the 1AR word. The 2AR continues to doesn't answer this argument. There's no forced choice of the politics to say because a policy decision maker could do both. Their interpretation creates a bankrupt model of debate where the judge weighs impacts that he could fix against other impacts that he could fix. This creates a theoretical contradiction within the debate community that destroys careful decision making. All of this analysis is made in the 1AR, not responded to in the 2AR when he makes a slew of new arguments. He concedes the 1AR framing that no new 2AR arguments are legitimate. The 1AR framed the entire speech around the fact that they dropped the intrinsic debate. If you had an intrinsic argument barely alluded to in the 2AC, you should not justify new 2AR arguments for this 1AR reason. They say they have cards that say it's intrinsic. No, they have cards that say some people don't like the plan. Not that there's a forced choice between the plan and the counterplan. This interpretation does not kill negative ground. You lose the politics dissent and maybe some bad trade-off dissents. There's no reason why those are uniquely good. The only thing this logical decision-making model takes away is dissents that are dissents where the link is directly contingent upon federal government action. Look, we all know these are fucking stupid. Did not provide a justification for them in the 2NC. This takes out a bad constructed debate argument. There's no reason this is uniquely key to negative ground, and there's no impact to negative ground in a world where we're debating in a system of debate that has a bad decision-making model that does not train us to do comparative impact calculus and decision-making in the future because we don't understand opportunity cost theory. Even if we lose intrinsicness, there's still zero risk of the dissent. 1AR was quick, but we thought the extension, this decision to drop intrinsics made it tough and negative. But the 1AR did extend the link to indict the specificity of their link evidence. The 2AR does not say the word link. Extend link arguments as the player is unpopular or anything close. The Siskin evidence was extended by name as saying the planning and gathers bipartisan support because it's seen as a specific and separate immigration issue. Dropped arguments have to be true arguments because they structure the strategic choices to be made in this debate. If the plan is popular, it's true. There's zero risk of the dissent and any risk of solving steps of the counterplan outweighs. If we win these two if we win these two, in fact, it gets vote F on presumption. Next presumption on counterplans is stupid. They have no reason the counterplan is less. Change the vote plan is probably more because it includes a recapture of visas and then handing them out rather than just handing out more visas. Allowing next presumption in counterplans causes penny less counterplans or stupid fix that have marginal or no net benefits means the app loses concede. It's tough to be app already means holds the line of concede. It's tough to be app already means you hold the line of the potential for bad counterplans by voting app on presumptions. Clearly outweighs the diagnosis around it. That's not an argument. Finally, conceded, or not conceded, but Schumer pushes the plan. Our evidence indicates that this bill similar to this was talked about in Congress, and Schumer was the one who sponsored it and tried to get it to ram through. They have no piece of evidence in any speech that indicates Obama would be connected. The fact that Schumer pushed this specific bill in the past means he's more likely to push it in the future. Obama would be more afraid of doing the plans after the midterms anyway, which makes this argument stupid. She says PCK key without extending the warrant or argument. PC key is not key to the plan. Schumer gets the plan done. Our evidence indicates he's super powerful anyway. Counterplan. Already answered these net change arguments on the bottom. If we win the intrinsicness argument, the debate is over. Go off the permutation. Their interpretation is that the act must be competitive against the resolution. The act mandates an increase in the number of EB visas given to nurses applying a counterplan that specifies a new way those visas would be generated. The permutation to do it that way does not need to be topical. The permutation does not need to be topical. We're not extra T. The permutation is simply not topical because it trades off with other visas, other visas that exist in the status quo. His only arguments for competition are based off of a resolutional competition. This should probably be a red flag that his strategy is collapsing. There's no resolution competition is not a bright line. People don't go for it every round. They just justify an infinite number of arbitrary counterplans, things like offsets, the kill, plan, focus, ATC. Plan focus is the best way to test the resolution because people don't write affirmative literature for the entire resolution at the same time. They write affirmative literature for distinct portions of the topic, which is the only way to have in-depth debate. You can see it's the 1AR literature standard which drives the rest of the discussion. Even if there's neg generics that cover the whole topic, that's probably a reason why they have other generics that solve their neg ground arguments, but there's not app evidence for doing the whole resolution. Or large portions of all portions of the resolution to be app will always lose. Anything else? We increase numbers. The permutation that provides a new place for those numbers to come from is not competitive, even if the plan is topical. Finally, they don't solve the case. They indicate their evidence indicates there's 500,000 backlog from now since visas have been issued. Ever since there's clearly, they do not have a piece of evidence that there would be another 500,000 issued in the coming years. Our evidence. Our plan takes maybe kind of generic. We pointed them to solvency deficit evidence that indicates the plan would solve a nursing shortage of 1 million. They have to win conclusively they solve 1 million. If the USCIS starts handing out green cards faster in a world in the coming years, that means they won't solve because there will be less of a backlog. Any risk that they don't guarantee as many visas means they don't solve. They mandate they do, but our evidence indicates, their evidence indicates there might not be enough visas. Any risk that there's not enough visas means solvency deficit of the app. We win. Solvency deficit of the app.
What?
I like your hat.
Thank you.
That is one of my favorite.
Red Sox. A lot of people don't know it's Red Sox, so.